Hello everyone again, and there we are in order to analyze the match that was played on Friday night, so yesterday. It turned out to be one more victory, which is great, and we are actually trying to pull away from the opponents, but we'll see the standings later on. So what I'd like to look at now is the stats of this match. We had 45% ball possession, as predicted. Actually, if you can remember when we made the lineup for this match, I had already told you guys this is one of the strongest teams among the all of the opponents of the league, and we could not play our offensive midfielder because of an injury. So of course the ball possession was going to be a little bit lower than it should have been. So let's have a look. 10 shots. They've had 8, but 5 shots on target. Here we are at 7. I think more or less the ratio is the same. Still, we could score 3 goals out of 7 shots on target. They could score 1 out of 5 shots on target. So the accuracy is better on our side. It is nearly 50% in our case. So I think we should be pretty satisfied with it. Hopefully, this one player, Passeri, with a little bit more experience, will be able to be more effective in the future. Hopefully. So, let's have a look if there was anything else to look at. No, pretty much. Alright, so let's have a look here. That's quite interesting. In the first half of the match, we saw, in my opinion, a little bit more of the opponents. Not very much, though. Then they started to play very aggressive in the second half. Yes, actually, as you can see, the grey stripes are the opponent's actions, and well, if we take the subs away, it might be quite close in terms of amount of actions, but no. Well, in my opinion, actually, not counting. Can't be bothered, I'm sorry. But the opponents seem to be very, very aggressive, actually, on our team. But yeah, if we consider that we have, provided that we have 45% ball possession, it does not impress me a lot. It's not that bizarre of a thing. So the attendance was 19.3, so it's raising, which is quite good. And yep, I think we can have a look at the standings now. So here we are, 30 points on top of the league and counting, hopefully. And next round will be against Napoli FC, who in my opinion are one of the best teams around. Let's have a look at them. No, I'm sorry. We'll have a look at them in the next video. So now it's Saturday, so we have to look for talents among the ones that are, well, in theory, produced by the youth academy. So then we start with a central midfielder. As I stated earlier in some earlier videos, Central midfielders are very hard to train. So unless they are very, very strong and they've got very high abilities, most of the time it's not worth it to sign them. And I'm afraid this is the case as well. He's 18 already, and he's got 6 everywhere in terms of physical performances. Defense-wise, this guy is quite good actually. But the problem is that for a central midfielder, passing is very important as well. The finishing skills are not bad either. But that's quite a tough call. 6, but then he's good at defending, heading as well. He's good at finishing, but not at passing, which is more important than finishing and long shots. But provided that we have very high level training facilities, we might probably be able to take him to 9 or 10. Honestly, I'm not sure what I want to do with this guy here. Do you know what? We'll hire him, we'll sign him, and then we'll try to scout him in order to see what his professionalism is. Alright, so defensive midfielder, central and left. So he's got nothing of a defensive midfielder. Neither central nor left. He's got very low marking score, very low heading score. He's got good physics, but very low work rate. And 18 years of age. So in this case, he might probably reach 3 stars and he might probably be suitable for a very low level team. But 3 stars means we're not earning anything by transfer listing him. So we don't care about that. And 3 stars are simply too little for our for what is supposed to be our future path. So getting to a promotion and stuff. So no. Then striker with not impressive finishing skills. He's 17 though, which is good. 12 in pace, which is very important for a striker, of course. Positioning is not very high. Technique is not very high either. Still, his best skill is passing, which means he's supposed to improve a lot with this. And probably he's supposed to. Well, the second best values are even between positioning, technique, and finishing. So I think he's got some potential. Not that convinced about it though. And the skills are just simply too low in general. So and a 3 stars striker, considering that we have plenty of strikers, and we wouldn't be able to transfer list him for good money, in my opinion. So no, I think it's not worth it. Well, we might if we were not aiming at a promotion right now, we might at least try and promote him and sign him and wait for him to improve. But at the moment, he's just not sufficiently. Well, it's not the right moment when to sign him. So I'm afraid this guy has got to go. So Brianza. In the meantime, let's open the training. So here we have the scout reports. Scout him. Let's see what we can get. Oh, good professionalism, good leadership abilities, which is very good. Normal bloomer. It's probably not the best thing ever, because, well, it usually is, because it means he's going to bloom earlier, between 18 and 20 years of age. But such a player, a normal bloomer, will probably get to a lower level than a later bloomer would. So let's explain that very quickly. A late bloomer, you see 3.5 stars. I don't know, 17 years of age, for instance. In this case, it's 18, but let's pretend it's 17. So late bloomer, 17 years of age, with good professionalism, means that during his early stages of his career, he's going to improve at least at a medium level, usually. And once bloomed, he will reach a very high potential, according to what the predictions were. If he had 3.5 stars, he's very likely to get there, either there or even more. Let's take, for instance, this guy over here. No, let's open him. Let's open it this way. Hopefully the computer is going to be a little quicker than it is now. Alright, so we've got the reserve squad, where I have put into the goal this guy. So this goalkeeper has used to have a 3.5 stars potential, but he's a late bloomer and he's got good professionalism. So as you can see, he's reached 4 stars, which is very good, of course. And this typically happens when you've got a late bloomer with with somewhat decent starting skills. And hopefully we'll be able to see it here. Well, in the meantime, we'll set Brianza to the tactical drills. Brianza technical, don't like it. Tactical. Alright, we did everything we had to do. Let's close something. Hopefully this will make the weight of Chrome lighter on the system. So there we have our goalkeeper I was talking about earlier. Let's close the training, tactics, we don't need them anymore. So there we have the scout reports for this guy. So no, let's not count this, because this Shakwa guy has got low psychological abilities, so it's not going to tell exactly what the professionalism of the player is. So let's not count this either. But this one guy here has got good psychological evaluation skills. So super professionalism. And when we promoted this guy, as you can see, he was 17 and 3 stars potential. Nonetheless, he could reach the 4 stars value instead. So there we go, 4 stars. And what we can do now is having a look at the tactics. Just for a quick look. It won't load, I'm afraid. There we go. So we've got 1 disqualified player, and what we will do is swapping him, but we'll see it tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching again. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and of course give suggestions if you think I don't know, the tactical drills were not suited for our new hire. And I don't know, tell me what you think about these new players. Thanks a lot again for watching, and see you next time. Bye.